I remember in 2006 when I used my very first pickup line. I was reading the book The Game and I stole some sort of line from that book and I used it when I was at my fraternity when we were having some sort of social happening. So there was this one girl, I went over to her, I used the line. Immediately she called me out. She started laughing and said, "Wait, is that some sort of pickup line?" And that completely crushed me. So after that, I did not go back to learning any sort of game or pickup or dating advice for a few years. Cut to about 2009, I decided, hey, let's give it a go again. And this time it wasn't some sort of, intense pickup line. It was more subtle, just going up and starting a conversation. And then I went up to the woman at a bar, delivered the pickup line, and then she looks at me and goes, "Wait a minute. Is that from that VH1 show, The Pickup Artist?" Funny enough, it actually wasn't. It was something completely different. But either way, this just threw me into a loop because I realized at this point that pickup lines and using some sort of cheesy line or some sort of canned line that's trying to be clever usually doesn't work. Now, I will say, has this worked for other people in the past? Have people used it successfully? Absolutely. And I bet you a lot of these people who used it successfully were probably a little bit more confident at the time and were just having fun. But anyone who's using a pickup line and just delivering it because they know it's a script that they need to say and they're trying to get a laugh is obviously not delivering this in the right way, and then it goes the wrong way. So I believe that the best way to be meeting women is to avoid pickup lines at all cost and be more natural. You have to remember that women don't remember the opener. Even if it is some sort of fun, crazy, wild, cheesy pickup line, they're not going to remember it. Go ahead, test this. Use a pickup line, get into a conversation. If you get a number and you get a date from this, on the date, ask her, "Do you remember what I said to you when I first went up to you?" She will barely remember it. Okay, 9 times out of 10, they don't remember what you said when you first went over there. What do they remember? They remember your vibe. They remember the energy that you're giving off when you're talking. They remember who you are and your personality, not so much the words that are being said. So the best way to do this, and what I want you to do, is to start using openers, okay? So not pickup lines, but openers. So what's the difference? An opener is just opening conversation. It's just a way to start conversation. And you can do this really in any way you want. It can be the very natural, normal, "Hey, I just wanted to come over and talk to you. Hey, you looked interesting. I wanted to say hi. Hey, you look nice. I wanted to talk to you. Where are you from?" Just starting some sort of conversation and doing it in a way that is not going to put you in a situation where she can start calling you out on pickup lines. Women are going to think you are much more confident if you go over to her and just start a normal conversation than saying a pickup line that she knows you didn't come up with. That's the other thing too, is she knows that you read that somewhere, that you got from somewhere, that you saw a meme, that you read a book, that you got a course, whatever it is. But she's never going to think that if you use a natural, normal, direct opener that just says, "Hey, I'm a human, you're a human. I wanted to come over and start a conversation with you and see where it goes." At the end of the day, it's a very big gamble. Okay, yeah, there are some that I've seen that are funny. I have guys who say, "Oh, should I use this? Should I try it?" I mean, if you want, you can experiment with them and see what happens. But it is a gamble because you're going to get some women who are going to laugh and say, "Oh, that's funny." And you're going to get a lot of women who are also going to be like, "Oh, that's cheesy." And now you're starting from a very strange place where you're never going to be starting there if you use that more natural opener. You know who pickup lines are for? Pickup lines are for people who are uncomfortable with having normal conversation. And I get it. I was that way too. I know you might be that guy right now where it's like, well, I want that because I am uncomfortable with conversation. It is tough for me to go over and start a conversation with the woman, and I want to be able to get her attention. I want to break the ice in a specific way. The only reason why you're uncomfortable with starting conversations and feel the need to even use a pickup line is only because you haven't had enough conversations before. You haven't shown yourself the reality of what it's like to be able to go over to a woman and just start a normal conversation. And you haven't done this over and over and over and over, which I promise you, if you start these conversations in a more normal way, if you just say, hey, I'm going to go out, I'm just going to start conversations and see what happens. If you do that, if you repeat that, if you make that part of your life and make it a habit, you're going to soon realize that you do not need any sort of special openers. I even have a course that I created. It's called Infield Breakdown. I'll put a link in the description. And there, you can see me do very normal openers. Very normal, boring. Even some guys might go, wow, that is lame. It's so boring, it's lame. You're just going over and saying hi. And what do you know? It still gets me into conversation. So that's the whole point, is that you don't need anything funny, anything crazy, because the way that she's going to become attracted to you when you're talking to a woman is not off the words. And I even mean that beyond the opener. Like even when you're talking to a woman, she's taking in the data, but she's not absorbing everything. She's not going to walk away from the 5-minute conversation remembering every single thing you guys talked about. What she's going to remember is your attitude, your energy, your confidence, your charisma, the way that you handled yourself. That's why one of the secrets is that you can be in a conversation where it's pretty boring, but if you're doing it in a confident manner, it can still get you a number. And I get it, it's hard because we can get rejected, and guys have been rejected from using pickup lines or just rejected in general. I want you to check out the video on the screen to teach you how to recover from those rejections when you start going out and approaching women. Again, if you want to learn how to actually do approaches and see it in real life, check out Infield Breakdown. There's a link down in the description below where you can actually watch me do approaches, get numbers, so you can start to do it too.